Meet Chef Jonas. He loves food. And when I mean love, I mean obsessed. I mean passion to the very core. I mean, look at how awesome I am at cooking. Dance like no one's watching. Obsessed. For Jonas, being a chef is more than just cooking. It is pure l'amour, personified. He puts in experience, mind and heart in every dish he creates, followed by hearty servings of chest bumping. But at the end of the day, Jonas is all about creating food that makes people happy. And of course, about being a big hit with the ladies.
Now I'm going to show you some tricks of the trade so you can cook like a pro at home. I'll show you how to turn everyday ingredients into gourmet dishes and how you can get out of sticky culinary dilemmas in a flash, all without having to break the bank. So load up on the prep, self-confidence, and awesomeness, and get ready to be the chef of your own kitchen.
All this and more on Chef Next Door with Jonas Ng.
It's hard enough figuring out what to prepare for your single self. So more often than not, you end up preparing instant food, getting takeout or delivery. But just like some of my friends, you fall in love, you get taken care of, but this stuff just isn't good enough anymore. So, plus the fact that some of them have discerning tastes, some of them have their own ways of doing things, I think it's time for you to learn how to prepare your own gourmet meals with your significant other. I think Chase and Mackie would really love my chocolate truffle recipe. Not only is chocolate a super romantic ingredient, the recipe is really easy to make, plus it's customizable. And yes, my no-fail roasted chicken. Easy, delicious, and certainly one of my go-to dishes. What would go well with my roasted chicken? Got it. An arugula salad that features a medley of different textures and flavors that go oh so well together. So good. Game on! I can't wait to teach them these recipes. Cooking can be a nice bonding activity for couples, and it's not as difficult as you think as long as you're prepared. So I promise you, the recipes I'm showing my guests today are simple, beautiful, and most importantly, can be prepared at home with your significant other. One of my gourmet secrets is always having calamansi with honey concentrate at home. Not only do I use it for cocktails, desserts, juices, salad dressings, I've even used it on cheese. And I'm not a doctor, but having this around at home gives me a nice vitamin boost when I feel sick. Baking chocolate. As opposed to regular dessert chocolate, this usually has more cocoa butter, which makes it easier to use. Perfect for me. A double bag, please. When purchasing chicken, in this case, broiler chicken because I'm roasting, it's very important to remember that chicken carries possibly foodborne illnesses like salmonella. Thank you. So make sure to double bag, separate from your produce, use different cutting boards, and wash your hands often. Whipping cream, cooking cream, all-purpose cream, what's the difference? Personally, I always use whipping cream because it has the highest amount of milk fat, 35.1% in this case, and that's what makes it extra rich and extra creamy. Cooking cream has some starch in it, less milk fat, more starch, makes for better sauces as well. Hi guys, so I'm here with my favorite couple, Mac and Chase, Mackie and Chase. So they've been together for a full 2.5 minutes. But seriously, how long have you guys been together?
2.5 years?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Phew, good thing you got that right, Chase. And to make things even sweeter for these two, I have some whipping cream to heat up. And really good chocolate to make simple chocolate ganache truffles. Beautiful stuff. Let me ask you guys, have you guys cooked for each other, with each other?
Yeah.
No.
What? Hey, I cooked for you last time.
Like what?
The chicken
chicken with mashed potatoes.
That was chicken?
Maybe I shouldn't have asked that question. And going back to the truffles.
And here we go again. Here we go. So, I use cream with chocolate because cream and chocolate go well together. It's two of the sexiest ingredients I know. And cream, what it does to the chocolate is it helps stabilize it and prevent it from seizing.
What chocolate is that?
This is 65% dark Belgian chocolate. So the only thing I want to do is I want to scald my cream. I just want to come to a quick boil, not too much, and use that to melt my chocolate. Look at that. That is velvety, smooth, and oh so sexy. And you know what? Let's take a little taste. That's perfect. Now, the ratio I use is generally 50-50, about 1 part cream, 1 part chocolate, and that usually works well for me. But I just make sure to use 35% real whipping cream. Now, that's beautiful. The next thing we have to do is we have to cool it down. And once that's cool, we'll wrap it in plastic and then put it in the fridge to chill out. And then we're gonna make our chocolate bonbon.
And while the chocolate is chilling and hardening in the fridge,
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap this counter with cling wrap. Not only does this make cleanup faster, it gives us a much wider space to work and a cooler counter for our chocolate to work with.
How many do we do?
We'll do about 3 columns. Our ganache has been there for a couple of hours, should be ready. I need you to take the coatings here and you come back here.
All right.
Let me get our ganache. I'm right here.
Hi.
All right. Let's work on our ganache. As you can see, it's quite solid and it's workable. And that's the beauty about ganache and cream and chocolate. So I'm gonna show you one way to do this. There are more than one ways to do this, but I'll show you one, then you guys do the rest.
Okay.
So, just take enough to make whatever size you want and try to work with your hands as minimally as possible, and the rest you do on the countertop. Walter? Sorry, that was my assistant Walter, and I guess we both love working with chocolate.
Yeah, we can see that.
Tiki loves more than that.
We have a nice truffle-looking ganache bonbon over here, and I just have to pick the coating I want, and I think I'm gonna do sprinkles.
and sprinkles aren't the only coatings you can use. You can use almond bits, cocoa powder, and anything else you want. Be as creative as you can be. Just make sure you still end up with edible truffles.
And look at the job you guys did. I'm so proud of you guys. I would almost pay for it.
Almost.
So we're pretty much done.
Free taste?
Of course. I want you guys, don't worry, I wash my hands.
Okay.
I want you guys to taste your work. In the meantime, I'm gonna put these things in a little gift box, which you guys get to take home.
Yay! I need to stop eating this right now.
I feel you, man. Those truffles are awesome. When cooking with chocolate, treat the delicious ingredient with care. Don't let it come in contact with water. And don't place it under direct heat. Water causes chocolate to seize or turn lumpy and hard. Direct heat can overheat it and change its taste and texture. Instead, slowly melt it over indirect heat or in the microwave. After the dessert, I'll be cooking my beautiful, beautiful roasted chicken. And yes, believe me, it's super easy. That's up next on Chef Next Door. So, my couple friends Chase and Mackie are in the house, and I taught them how to make easy and delicious sensual chocolate truffles. Beautiful. Now, on to my main course, my signature roasted chicken.
All right, this next recipe is a no-miss recipe. It's one of my favorite things to make. It's one of those things that will never ever fail. People just dig it, no matter what you like, where you come from. It's one of those beautiful, beautiful recipes. It's herb butter roast chicken
Wow.
and roasted potatoes. All right, Chase, I need you to help me out with some marble potatoes.
Marble potatoes?
Just cut them in half.
Why are you slicing it like that?
Oh, just, because I like it like that. And it's really hard to eat a whole big potato in your mouth.
No, I mean, what's with the finger?
Oh, yeah. This is the claw. So this is how I try to protect my fingers when I'm cutting. This way, I have my knuckles against the blade of the knife.
Okay.
And then the worst thing that can happen if I slip is I lop off a little bit of my fingernails and I'm safe. So, Mackie, we're gonna start working on our chicken.
Okay.
And the first thing I do is combine my pepper and my salt. This way, I have less to work with later because my hands are gonna be filthy later. Now, the next thing is we're gonna do a compound butter. It's an herb butter because that's what's gonna flavor our chicken. And for this, I have softened butter. I need you to start mashing the butter. I'm gonna put some chopped fresh rosemary and chopped fresh thyme. Now, you can also use dried herbs, but just be warned that dried herbs have a stronger flavor profile. So I would use less of it. And I would season it heavily with my salt and pepper. Okay, I'm gonna use some lemon, some onion, and some garlic to flavor chicken.
What kind of butter do you use? Like, does it matter? Or
For me, it does. I'm a big fan of real butter, and for most of the time, I actually use unsalted butter because that way I get to control the flavor all throughout the process.
Okay.
Our chicken has been chilling out here. I just want to pat it dry. Now, we're not only gonna flavor our chicken with compound butter or butter, we're also gonna flavor it with lemon, garlic, and onion. And the way to do that is very, very simple. Now, that's good. Now, I want you to season the inside, the cavity of our chicken generously with salt and pepper. Look at that. You want to season your chicken inside out. That's beautiful. And then we're gonna stuff it with a lemon. Now, before I used to use whole lemons, whole onions, and whole garlic, but the chickens I'm getting now are just smaller than before. This stuffing is going to flavor the chicken from the inside as it cooks.
so you put the whole thing, including the skin.
Oh yeah, I love it. That's gonna protect it from overcooking and melting.
Okay.
I want you to take this compound butter, this herb butter, take the inside of the chicken, the skin, underneath the skin, take that membrane and try to work your way underneath the skin because there's a membrane between the skin and the flesh of the chicken.
Okay. So it needs to be separated.
And you just need to get down and dirty. I know it looks icky,
It does.
but this will contribute so much to the flavor. The reason I'm doing this underneath the skin, two things. One, it will flavor the chicken from the inside.
Yeah.
And two, it will create steam when it roasts. You wanna try it? A little bit more on the inside. So try the legs as well, and the thighs. What will happen is it will steam and it will separate the skin and the breast flesh and it will create a crispy, crispy skin. Now, once you've slathered the inside, I want you to slather the outside.
Okay.
This is gonna really taste amazing.
After assigning the two lovebirds to finish off slathering the bird with butter and seasoning it with salt and pepper.
Now, just to finish this, we need to close this up so that our lemons and onions and garlic doesn't slip out.
What are you doing with the chicken?
Oh, just cutting a slit.
Is the composite butter edible?
It is edible, but I wouldn't eat it after you've touched raw chicken.
Hungry much, Chase? So, after Chase tasted the herb butter, it's time for roasting. And here's a surprise for you. Instead of placing my chicken on top of a rack,
I'm gonna use the potatoes that you cut for me and use that as a rack. And we'll hit two birds with one stone. Not only do we have a rack to help the chicken cook, we'll even flavor the potatoes and have a side dish to go with it.
Awesome.
The chicken is basically just gonna lie on top of the potatoes.
It's gonna rest on the potatoes
Uh-huh.
and flavor them while cooking at the same time.
after assembling the chicken and potatoes, I pop it inside a preheated oven.
I cannot wait for you guys to taste my super sexy fail-safe roast chicken.
Do you peel the skin off potatoes? Don't do it. Sometimes peeling the potatoes is not always the best idea. Aside from preventing the nutrients from the potato leaching out during cooking, potato skins contain lots of vitamins and flavonoids, including quercetin, a potent antioxidant. What a super spud. That chicken sounds good, but it'll look even better. Stay tuned for the grand reveal, only here on Chef Next Door. Ooh, we can smell that roasted goodness wafting through the kitchen. Roasted chicken is done.
Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous piece of chicken.
Want some?
All right, potatoes are beautiful. It's taking on the flavor of the chicken. Two birds with one stone, literally.
Yep.
Now, how do I know chicken's done? It's a beautiful color. The joints are loose.
Okay.
The juices are running clear, no more blood.
The potatoes are beautiful. And to finish them off, season them with salt and pepper and sprinkle on some fresh parsley. Tent the chicken in foil to keep it warm and fresh tasting while you do the gravy.
Now, obviously, there's way too much oil here.
Yeah.
So I just want to take out most of the oil and leave about a tablespoon.
Leave it in the pan.
There we go. Flour, all-purpose flour. It's gonna be our roux. Now, we're gonna make our roux. This is what's gonna thicken. If you ask me how much, I'm gonna say about twice the amount in volume of the oil,
Okay.
or about the same amount in weight of the oil, or the fat. And that's gonna help thicken our gravy. Now, what this does, the fat with the flour, is the fat coats the starch molecules,
Okay.
so it prevents it from clumping. All right, so I've deglazed it with wine. And transfer the pan.
Oh.
You use white wine?
Yeah, I did use white wine. I'll add some bouillon because I don't have chicken stock ready to go right now. Just a little bit.
Why do you use white wine in gravy?
I just like the flavor.
Okay. But water works just fine.
Water works just fine.
Cook the gravy until it becomes thick and it no longer tastes like raw flour. Look at that. Even Chase can't help but steal a taste.
All right, so we have our gravy. And next, we're just gonna do a really, really, really nice salad to go with our beautiful roast chicken dinner.
Awesome.
For this final thing, we're just gonna make some really nice salad. And this, we have Lola Rosa, and we have some arugula. I love the spice from arugula. We have some cured ham. This is prosciutto. Cherry tomatoes, almonds, mustard, raisins, extra virgin olive oil, and one of my favorite ingredients to help make our dressing, calamansi and honey concentrate.
To make the dressing, mix together mustard, lemon juice, and calamansi concentrate. Then slowly drizzle in some of that olive oil, gradually adding more as the dressing thickens.
Yo, faster, faster, come on.
Chef,
Faster, come on. Chef.
can we stop now?
Chef! All right. You know what? There's a much easier way of doing it. Let me show you. This is what we actually do in the restaurant. So you put all your ingredients in the bottle. And the ratio is about 1 part acid to 3 parts oil.
What happens pouring slowly?
I know, right? Rookies.
Sorry, rookies. I mean, my friends. But hey, it's one heck of a bonding experience, right? So, after I shake that thing, it's time to assemble the salad. Tear the crisp greens. Add in the spicy and bitter arugula, acidic cherry tomatoes, salty cured ham, crunchy almonds, sweet raisins, and of course, that tart dressing. What a mix of flavors and textures, right?
So this is a well thought out salad that will go perfectly with our chicken dinner.
I'm not usually a fan of salad, but this is so good. You can't even talk.
Yeah, I'm in love with this chicken.
Your
I
mouth
wish-
is so stuffed.
I wish this chicken was a person. I'm gonna take it to Las Vegas and marry it. Then divorce it again and marry it again. This is so good. I have to do this again.
So, cooking as a couple isn't that hard. You just really have to want to. And of course, ask me.
Like him against the wall.
With your, as a couple, bonding activity as a, for a couple, sorry. It's a couple. It's not as difficult as you. Ninja moves.